Live, yes, we are live on IG, we are live on Twitter, Periscope, and we are live on Facebook. My good people, you already know who it is and what it be. This is Rob P, Pascal Real Estate, New Millennium Real Estate Services for the people, coming at you with another Tidbit Tuesday. Yes, I love Tuesdays. It's one of my favorite days to come and get some FaceTime with the people and drop some of my tidbits on things that affect us all. You know, the wealth, the health, and the culture, right? And so, I'm here for the people. I'm here to make it happen for y'all, and I'm here to provide resources because I love life, and I love growth, and I love progression and evolution, and I just want to see the people around me elevate and get higher and progress and build these monuments of resilience and consistency and power within our own communities here, right? So I got a few different tidbits I'm going to come at you with. If you got any questions, say what's up. If you're in the building, let me know you're in the building. Hit them hearts. Leave some comments. If you got some input, please share it because, your input makes Tidbit Tuesdays that much better. You feel me? Yes. So my people in the building, shout out to my guy Kanye down there in Columbus. We got Kenya. We got Mika in the building. What's happening? But let's get rolling. I don't know whether I should start with the health or if I should start with the wealth first, right? I don't know. But I'm going to go ahead and let's start with the adversity. Let's start with the health, because mental health is really big, you can't be healthy. You can't do anything in life. You can't accomplish any goals. You can't be the best brother, father, mother, sister. You can't be the best worker, boss, leader. You can't be who you need to be if your mental is not right, I truly believe that the universe that we live in is all mental. I believe that the universe that we live in is a reflection of what we see here in our heads. Whatever the mind can conceive, the man can achieve. And I live my life with that power, knowing that I have everything that I need within me to manifest the visions that's been given to me in reality, in the world around me. And of course it takes time, it takes consistency, it takes focus, it takes discipline, but it also takes adversity. With no adversity, there is no growth. Look at all the technology that we have today. You look at everything that's been created. It's been created because of adversity or inconvenience. Let me know if my music is too loud too. I get the music going and it gets me flowing. It gets me going, gets me growing, get me flying. I'm so high up in the sky. I like my pie in, apple pie, strawberry pie, rhubarb too. What you want to do? But I'm going to stop playing because y'all not watching anyway. But anyway, if we talk about adversity, right? Without adversity, there is no growth. Adversity shocks us, and it makes us really take into account what's going on. It makes us learn. It makes us switch up how we do things. It makes us fine tune. Without adversity, there is no growth. So we all go through things, and I've been through a lot of things that a lot of people have not been through. My life has been very eventful, honestly, because of a lot of my own decisions, a lot of the positions that I put myself in, and as I went through it all, I didn't complain. There was no woe is me. I just got to it and did what I had to do to get through it. I done been through house fires. I've been through a divorce. I've been through court cases. I've been broke. I've been stranded on the side of the road. I've been disregarded by the normal society. Pushed away, exiled by my friends and peers. I've been through it all, but through it all, I always had that vision that I know who I am. I know who I am, and nobody can take that from me. I know what the vision that I've been given and I've been blessed with, and nobody can take that from me. And I know what's in me. I know my power. So, going through everything that I've been through, I kept my feet moving because I knew it was what I needed to grow, Instead of letting the circumstances affect me and who I am, I use the circumstances to level up, to power up. It's like, you can't build muscle without shocking that muscle. You gotta break those muscles. You gotta push that weight. You gotta rip those muscles, because without ripping those muscles, there is no growth, right? And that's just like life. How do we get stronger if we don't go through things? I'm a firm believer that everything that we want in this life is right outside of our comfort zone, right? And going outside of our comfort zone puts us in position to go through adversity. And my thing is, either you're going to put yourself in situations that will bring adversity so you can grow, or you're going to let life bring you situations out of apathy, that's going to make you grow, because you have no choice but to grow. You either grow or you fold, one of the two. Shout out to Nicole, because Nicole always show me love. I get all these people that come and watch me go live and don't have no input. I don't get it, whatever, but I'm here to interact. But shout out to Nicole Bergman, one of my good friends out in Columbus doing her thing. Yes, one of the best photographers that I know. Shout out to her. But anyways, like I was saying, either you can put yourself in positions to grow, or you can wait and sit back, and life is going to bring you things that's going to make you have to grow. So my question is, would you rather be the change or be affected by the change? Because that's it, there's one or the other. The only constant in life is change. That's it. You got to pay taxes, you got to die, and you're going to have to change. So why not be the change? And that's alchemy in a sense. That's alchemy in a nutshell. We talk about alchemy as in, what is an alchemist? Somebody that performs an alchemy. But what is alchemy? Alchemy is taking one element and creating another element from that element. If you one book that I recommend that everybody should read, get on YouTube and listen to the audiobook, The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's a story about a young boy who had this vision, and he took it upon himself to live life on faith and go manifest that vision. And it took him through so many different adventures, brought him to so many different people just going off of faith. But in the end, he realized his power, and he learned how to turn lead into gold. How do you turn lead into gold? Or, how do you turn lemons into lemonade? You do it by keeping your feet moving. My favorite football player of all time, the reason that I watch football to this day, is Barry Sanders. And one thing about Barry Sanders, he was quick on his feet, right? He was elusive, very elusive. Hold on. Yeah, get money. Get money. Get money. Get money. If you in the building, say what's up. Show me some love, man. Give me some hearts. Let me know. Give me some energy. So I'm not talking to myself. I feel like I'm talking to myself. But it's okay, because I will talk to myself, because this is all stuff that I need to hear for my life, to reaffirm what I already know, right? So anyways, Barry Sanders was very elusive, had moves. People don't know, he broke records as far as yardage after, first broken tackle, he broke records and all of that. Watching Barry Sanders was like watching, hey, my guy Clark, shout out to Clark. He has a great resource when it comes to mortgages. If you have any questions about mortgages, refinances, holler at Clark Jeffster. He's a great lender in the area. Whatever the case, Barry Sanders, it's like watching a beautiful symphony. If a symphony could be given motion, if you could watch a symphony, if you could watch the violins and the violas and the cellos, and you could watch the bass, and you could watch the harp, if it made a movie, that would be Barry Sanders on the football field, and it was beautiful. And that's the reason I watch football to this day. But people don't know that Barry Sanders also has the record for most lost yardage in the season. So yes, it was beautiful. Yes, he broke records. Yes, he got those touchdowns. He retired. He burnt out. He retired early. But at the same time, there was a lot of adversity. There was a lot on the back end that people don't recognize for him to make it look like it looked. So that's what I have to say about adversity. Keep those feet moving, because that's, at the end of the day, that's all you can do. You can either stop, you can quit, or you can keep moving. And why would you quit? Why would you quit? If it's something that's been put inside of you, if it's a vision that's been granted to you, if it's something inside of your soul that convicts you, something that makes you burn, something that you wake up to, something that you go to sleep thinking about, if it's something that you look at your family and you feel, or it's something you look at your community and you feel, why would you stop? Because that there is a divine conviction. It's a divine vision. And if you feel it like that, it's because it's been put inside of you to manifest on this earth by the powers that be, right? And that's it. just keep moving. You know, embrace the challenges, embrace the obstacles, embrace the adversity, because it's through adversity that we grow, right? Okay, yeah. Okay, you already know who it is and what it be. This is Rob P. And that's what I got to say about health, and that's more so about the mental health, because health is more than just physical. It's mental, it's spiritual, it's financial. You know, it all counts, because without one or the other, there's nothing. Right? So, hey, if you're in the building, do me a favor, share this, share it, like it, because I want to get on to the next subject, but I'm not getting on to the next subject until I get some more people up in here for Tidbit Tuesday. I got tidbits. I'm dropping jewels. I'm dropping straight hard jewels, gems, right? Gems. I'm providing positive content here, right? So shout out to the people in the building. Yolanda Butts just stepped in the room. What's up, Facebook? What's up, Twitter? What's up, Instagram? What's happening? If you in the building, show me some love. Shani in the building. What up, Shani? What up, Shani? Okay. Hey, I'm loving life. Listen, we're about to enter the fall officially. The autumn equinox is upon us. I hope you're ready for this harvest season. You know, take into account all that you've harvested, all the work you put in, and what it brought you in this summer season. Yeah. All right. If you're in the building, share it, because it's Tidbit Tuesday, and Tidbit Tuesday is live. So let's get on to this. Let's get on to the wealth, right? Because cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bills, y'all. You got to get the money. But what do you do once you have the money? The question that I pose for my wealth tidbit is, what's the number one thing that you can do to increase your net worth? Well, in order to answer that, first and foremost, what is net worth, right? Net worth is the value of your assets minus the value of your debts. So if you have $100,000 worth of assets and you got $50,000 worth of debt, then your net worth stands at $50,000 net worth, right? Pretty simple, pretty plain. Okay, so let's look at the top four. And I'm gonna start at the bottom. We're gonna talk about the top 4 sources of net worth in America, and we're gonna start with the fourth, which is the fourth source of net worth in America, which is 91% of people have this, is a savings account. So 91% of people in America have a savings account, with the median being $4,600. But it is the 4th source of net worth in America. The 3rd net worth is stocks. So only 8.5% of people's net worth on median comes from savings. 8.7% comes from stocks. So 8% comes from savings, 8% comes from stocks, right? Okay, so what's number 2 when it comes to sources of net worth? And this is according to the U.S. Census. If you're in the building, show some love. Okay, but anyways, the number 3 source of net worth in America comes from retirement accounts. 28.8% of the wealth and net worth in America comes from retirement accounts, right? And this is taking away all the top 1% of Americans as far as wealth, right? So number 4, savings account. 8% of wealth comes from savings account. 9% of wealth comes from stocks, assets like stocks and mutual bonds, right? 28% comes from retirement. And the number 1, which y'all can all guess, is equity and home ownership. So 34% of the median net worth in America comes from the equity that people have built from living in the houses that they own. So that means the majority of the wealth in America comes from paying a monthly mortgage on a house that you own. It's as simple as that. So we can talk about, the median wealth between net worth between a homeowner and a renter. A homeowner, the median net worth of an owner is 80 times that of a renter. Excuse me. Yes, homeowners, on average, the median homeowner has 80% more net worth than a renter does, right? And the only thing that they're doing differently is paying a mortgage instead of paying rent. And It's not that deep. It's not that deep, but when you pay a mortgage, you're paying principal on the loan, which is you basically paying the loan back and then getting to keep that money because that's the money that you were loaned, the principal. So you pay the principal, the interest, you get tax advantages, so you're able to pay less money in taxes on what you made every year. And then you get the stabilized payment where your mortgage payment doesn't rise for 30 years to 15 years if you get a fixed mortgage, which my clients get fixed mortgages. So between the principal reduction, between the tax advantages, between the stabilized payment, and not to mention appreciation. If you live in a house in a neighborhood that's appreciating, let's just say it appreciates 3%, where nationally homes are appreciating at about 6% year over year. So, a house today is going to be $103,000 tomorrow, which is going to be about $107,000 or next year, and $107,000 a year after. So after about 10 years of staying somewhere, this $100,000 house that you bought is going to be worth at least $115,000, $120,000, probably more than that. And you get to walk away with all of that, get the appreciation, plus you get to walk away with the equity that you paid off in the house when you pay that house off and you sell it, which you might be walking with a good 50 bands, right? And net worth comes into play when families have emergencies, right? So whether it's illness, somebody needs some emergency surgery, they're able to pull the equity out of their home to finance that, right? And pay a low interest rate because they're using their equity line of credit. Or they want to send their kids to school. A lot of people use the equity in their homes. They'll buy a home when their kid is nice and young, and then by the time their children are in, high school and getting ready to go to college, they have enough equity to actually supplement whatever scholarship money their child doesn't get to help them get through school. Or even they pay for the private schools. Or people use the equity to start businesses. People use the equity to travel the world and have experiences that they wouldn't have otherwise. And my thing is, I don't know, I can understand if you don't own now. I can understand that. I can understand if you're thinking about leaving your city within the next year and a half, 2 years. I can understand that. But if you plan on living in the same city, working the same job that you're at for at least 3+ years, the worst thing you can do is just continue to rent. It's the worst thing you can do. What are you doing? What type of life do you want to live? That's the question. It's like, what type of life? Don't you know that there's more than just giving your rent to somebody, giving your money away? I talked to a young lady today. She asked me about renting, if I had any rentals, which I really don't. I may have like 2 or 3 in an affordable price range. I really don't. But she told me that she's been renting the house that she's been living in, the house that she's living in for 8 years, right? 7 years, I'm sorry, paying $800 a month. So when you look at that, and you look at rent appreciation, because rent does increase year after year, and it sucks. But she's paid this landlord over $75,000, over $80,000 over the course of 7 years. Where had she owned her house and she lived in it, she paid her mortgage, for one, it's cheaper to rent than it is to own. Or it's cheaper to own than it is to rent. She would have paid less money. She probably would have paid about $40,000 between maintenance and her monthly payment versus her paying over $80,000 to live in a house that's not hers. And not to mention that she gets the equity and the tax advantages and the appreciation when she sells. So I did a whole estimate where if she were to sell that house after living in it for 7 years, she will be able to walk with at least a $25,000 check that she could use on the next house when she wants to upgrade or whatever have you. So all I'm saying is it's not that deep. It's not that deep. If you want to be a homeowner, you can make it happen. And I can help you make it happen. I got what you need to get it cracking, get it popping, get it slapping. A couple bars for y'all. But yeah, that's what I got to say. If you want to build wealth, you want to set yourself up for the future, you want to set yourself up for retirement, you want to set your kids up and you want to set your grandkids up, and maybe even their kids, get you a house within the next year and a half. Holler at me because I can help you make this your last year renting. Make this your last year renting. Make this your last year renting. Yes. Yes. Make this your last year renting. You can, and I got the keys and I got the resources to help you make it happen. So holler at me, hit that link, get on my schedule, let's talk, come through. We'll do a virtual tour. We'll look at what's on the market, all of that and then some, right? If you want to build it, do me a favor, show some love. Let me see some hearts. Do a little share for me. Yeah. Okay. Let's get on to this culture. Let's get onto this culture, man, because I love culture. You know, culture is I mean, we work hard. You know, we love our family, we love our people, our friends, our community, and we work hard. But you know, it all comes together through the culture, right? Hold up. ASAP. Who in the building, man? Who's in the building? What's up? Who's in the building? I see you, IG. What's up? Facebook. What's happening? Okay. Okay. What's up, Whitney in the building? Shout out to Whitney in the building. Let's talk about this culture, okay? First and foremost, I'm going to talk about my pull-up pick of the week. Where am I pulling up to this weekend? Who am I supporting this weekend? You ready for this one? Because I'm excited for this one, right? On Saturday, I will be at the Spotlight Lounge, the old Sugar Hill, the old Ryans for y'all old folks out there. My guy, Tracy Haynes, the rare breed, is opening up the Spotlight Lounge as a place for us to have some high-class entertainment, have some live music, have some good drinks, a place to dress up, you know, get fresh, get suited, put on a collared shirt, you know, take your lady out, or see some other young ladies, some PYTs out there just having a good time, you know. So I'm looking forward to that because honestly, it was one of my favorite places to go to back when it was Sugar Hill. But I was kind of hurt when they closed it because you got some stuff going on out Reynolds, out Hill, but you know that place was special. So I'm glad to see that it's back open, and I'm doubly glad to see that Tracy is on top of it because Tracy has a vision for the city. Tracy has a passion for this city. Hey, somebody tag Tracy. If you're watching right now, do me a favor, tag Tracy. But he has a passion for the city. He has a vision for the city. He has a heart for the city. And I'm glad to see him continue to elevate and get in positions where he can affect more people. You know, he's getting people hired. He's putting money in people's pockets. And he's providing a venue, a safe place for us to come together as black millennials and have a bomb time and be around bomb people and be around bomb vibes. So I'm all that. I'm all for that, and I will be supporting it. It opens up this Saturday, the 21st. Spotlight Lounge. Look for it on Facebook. You'll see it. Or just type in Tracy. You'll see it. But to the question at hand, has Kanye West been forgiven? Right? Now, before I answer that, I'm just going to give a little brief synopsis about Kanye. Kanye is one of my heroes. I'm not going to lie to you. You know, when we take it back, I had to be maybe a senior in high school when Kanye dropped the College Dropout. And I'm going to be honest, you know, College Dropout, late registration, graduation was a soundtrack to my UT days from 2005 all the way through 2008. You know, Kanye West was the soundtrack, and that may be reflected in my performance, academic performance, at the University of Toledo. But that's neither here nor there. When Kanye came onto the scene, he represented an alternative view. You know, he gave me somebody in the mainstream media that I could look to and see my reflection in. You know, unlike anybody else that I had seen in the major media at that point. You know, he gave me someone to identify with. You know, he was alternative. So my freshman year at UT, when everybody else was walking around in tall tees, you know, baggy jeans, you know, like D4L, D4L with it, you know how they used to do. Yup, in my tall tee. In my white tee, my bad. With the tall tees, I had a couple tall tees too. But Kanye made it okay for me to walk around with a polo, you know. Rock around with the polo, and me and my boys freshman year at UT, we were the polo gang. We had polos. We see us on campus. You rarely saw us without a collared shirt because we had collared shirts. We had polos. We had a different type of swag, and that swag was inspired by Kanye West. Also, Pharrell Williams was really big, right? And Kanye has always pushed the limit. He's always pushed boundaries of perception, and he's always done that. So fast forward to today, you know, I can't say that the Kanye today is the Kanye that I expected him to grow into, you know, 10 years ago. But who am I to put my expectations on somebody else's growth? For one, you know, Kanye's going to do his best for Kanye at the end of the day. Do I agree with his political Do I agree with his political notions and what he's done with the MAGA hat? No, I don't agree with none of that. You know, do I think that our president is deplorable? He can be. Does he support white supremacist policies that that maintain the majority white demographic of America? Yes, he does. Yes. You know, there's only one way that the majority of the world's population can control over 75% of the world's resources, and that's through policies and legislations that our president supports. So yes, I'll go as far as to say that. But, you know, will I demonize Kanye for his political views? I won't even do that, because honestly, I believe that, you know, the black delegation is not monolithic. I believe that, you know, in order for us to be the best that we can be, we need black people to have, coming from different backgrounds, from different mindsets, that have different ideas, to come together and add diversity within the black community. So we always talk about diversity, but typically it's between, like, you know, Europeans or, you know, or white people versus people of color. But we don't talk about diversity within the black community. So, but Kanye brought that diversity. He did have some really good ideas when it comes to criminal justice reform, which was necessary. And to be honest with you, Donald Trump did listen to Kanye and some of his ideas and got some of them enacted. So, you know, you can't fault Kanye for you know, doing what he did, because what he did affect a lot of people. And what he's still doing, him and his wife, is affecting a lot of people. So fast forward to today, and we talk about Kanye's church. Kanye's church is popping, right? Kanye got it going. Kanye got people out there grooving, you know, remixing some of the hottest 90s R&B songs to make them gospel. And, you know, it's got people feeling it. You know, it's bringing people out. It's bringing people closer to God, you know. And so, is Kanye forgiven? First and foremost, my opinion, of course. But what's there to forgive him for, you know? What's there to forgive him for? You know, I don't think Kanye needs to be forgiven. Let Kanye be Kanye. We need a Kanye. We need somebody to push the boundaries. We need somebody to push the limits. We need somebody to be crazy. And crazy is actually, it's a cop-out. You know, it's really the people that are misunderstood, which Kanye has been misunderstood. But I'm not going to judge him. It is what it is. But, you know, I see people talking down on him like, oh, are we going to forgive Kanye? You know, Lucifer was the angel of music, you know, and look at him now, Satan, you know, or look at the story. So whatever have you, my thing is, if it brings people closer to God, if it provides a space and a vibe that people can reflect on their lives and reflect on their Creator and give them clarity and vision and bring up that passion for life and for our Lord and our God and our Creator, you know, let them do it. Let them be great. Let them affect the people. Because, you know, what else is there? You know, what are people living for? You know, so I'll say, let Kanye be great. I look forward to more of these gospel remixes. Never been a big gospel guy, but I'm looking forward to some Kanye gospel remixes. And if they ever get close enough, I will be at that Kanye church. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yep. You dig it? All right. So that's all I got for y'all. So I'm going to tell y'all, you know, if you're watching this, I appreciate you, but I'm going to need more participation from y'all, right? So if you're watching this right now, what you need to do right now, shoot me an inbox. In that inbox, I want you to send me the lion emoji. Hit my inbox, hit my DM, give me a lion emoji. And if you do that, I got 2 movie tickets for you. And this is only for if you're watching right now, right? In my inbox, lion emoji. I want the face lion emoji, not the body lion, but the face lion, because I'm a lion. I live my mane down. I'm the main now. How you like me round town? Blast City, Cash City, so pretty sitting. But yeah, do that. But anyways, you already know who it is and what it be. This is Rod P, Pascal Real Estate, New Millennium Real Estate Services for the people, coming at you with another Tidbit Tuesday. I appreciate you. I appreciate your attention, your time, your love. Hit me up if you want to make something happen, because I'm here for it. All of that and then some. All right? Peace.